Right guys, I thought I'd give you another update on the can counter pressure filler. First of all, I made that wash up and I've had to make a new one because this one wasn't too big enough and the holes were slightly off centre compared to the gel sand, so I've made up a new one. Now, as you can see, I've hooked up my beer and I've hooked up a gas line. So the procedure is to put the beer can in, hold down. Now ideally this should be mounted to a bench, but I'm not going to screw it to the dining room table. And the next thing is to fill it up with a bit of pressure from the CO2. There's quite a bit of pressure in the can now. And the next stage is to slightly open the tap and you should be able to see the beer start to run into the can, albeit very slowly. So the next thing is you can adjust the pressure in the can with this switch here. It's going rather fast now. The beer is flowing quite nice into the can. Still got quite a bit of pressure in there. It just take a little while to fill the can up. The beer's getting slower, so I might have to release a little bit more pressure. And you can take as long as you want to fill a can, depending on how much foam you want. I don't like to obviously put too much foam in the can because you want the can filled up as much as possible. Can is nearly full now. Go there and switch the tap off. Release the pressure. And there we go. We've got a can. I don't know if you can see this, but you've got a can. I can't tip it too much. I like to angle the camera down. You've got a can with a little bit of foam on. So ideally it might be topped up a little bit more. It's a simple case. Putting the lid back on and sealing it with the cannula. Now you might have noticed this is quite a messy process. Beer will drip. It's exactly the same though as if you had a bottle when you were counter pressure filling the bottle. They are quite a messy item. So that is that for this video. It still does need a few little tweaks, and what I may do in the future is to make up a proper 3D printed base with a bowl for a catchment and with a can holder in it. And I've tried to get the telescopic rod into there. The trouble is, when you try to get the telescopic rod into there, then you've got problems moving it out of the machine, if that makes sense. So ideally, with the telescopic rod in there with a bottle, you push it underneath and the beer goes directly into the bottom of the bottle as opposed to just coming out here. So as I said, there's the gas in. You can try it with that and you just control the beer flow with the tap. So with a few more tweaks, it should be working, although it is working at the moment, but it should be working a little bit better than it is at the moment. So one other thing I was going to try, and I have tried before this video, filling the can with CO2 to just show you how much pressure you can get in this. And the trouble with doing this, if you squeeze a can too much, the top deforms. I don't know if you can see that, but the top is actually deformed, so it won't form a seal on there. So it's a bit difficult to do this more than once, but if you just sort of press the can in slightly, I don't want to deform the top on this one, put it in, as you can see the can is deformed, and fill up with CO2, and it will push the can back out again. But the trouble again as well with this is that the more pressure you put on this when the can's being squeezed, it obviously loses its shape, but it will work, and you can squeeze the can and it will fill out. Right guys, I just thought as I was editing the video I would give you a quick demonstration of what happens if you don't use pressure when you fill a beer can. The easiest way to do this is via a glass. Put it underneath and you can see what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen to your can of beer. Lots of foam, and then you're going to end up with a lot of empty space in your beer can. So I thought it's a worthwhile demonstration. Same pressure, same setter as used earlier today, but I just thought that's what's going to happen to your can. So until later, cheers and enjoy your beer.